Hi everyone, I'm Callie. Welcome back in. Today we're going to be playing another episode of Mass Effect 3. Last episode, we finished up a lot of things around the Citadel. Not as much as I would have hoped, though. I feel like there are still a lot of things to find, scan for, and try to acquire before we can go back to the Citadel. So today I might do what I did last time, where I go around and scan and I just show you guys what I find in my travels. And from there, I would love to do the mission that involves the Yakshi confinement, I guess is a way to put it. I'm not really sure how they described it, if it was a building or a confinement. I also, like I said before, have a really strong feeling that we could run into Samara today. So I am very excited that we could potentially see her again, and I hope I'm not getting my hopes up in any way. All I remember from this questline is that we picked up a distress beacon. I'm not sure if it's Cerberus related, if it's Reaper related, or something else entirely, but I am excited to go and complete this mission because A, we could run into Samara, and I'm really excited to see what she has been up to since we left her in Mass Effect 2. And I also am wildly intrigued by Yakshi and all of the lore that goes into what an Yakshi is, how it fits in the Asari community, and I'm also just very interested in seeing what the camp looks like. Before we hop in, I just wanted to clear the air a little bit about something that I mentioned about Liara in the last episode. After kind of going back, rewatching, reading all of the comments, honestly, it was the comments that helped me turn my tune a little bit towards Liara. I feel like in this trilogy, Shepard and I have grown so much. We have grown more comfortable with our standing. We have grown more comfortable with crewmates. We are calling shots, big shots, and we're taking big shots. I feel like I kind of lost how Liara is and how she first came to us in Mass Effect 1. She is a very shy, young Asari. I forgot the sweet, sensitive, shy side of Liara. I need to remember that Liara is still very young. We are her first relationship. We are her first serious relationship. She might be a little bit hesitant because Asari do treat relationships a little bit differently than humans, just because they do have such a longer lifespan. And also, we did break up with Liara in Mass Effect 2. We told her that we wanted to be friends, that we decided not to be with her after we found out that she was going to be taking the role as a shadow broker. And I made this decision because I'm really big on quality time. And I felt like if she was off doing shadow broker things, being very, very busy and entwined in her work, we wouldn't really be able to spend a lot of time together. So I made the really hard decision to break things off with Liara in Mass Effect 2. And amazingly enough, in Mass Effect 3, it affects how Liara looks at us. And I didn't realize this until everyone chimed in and said, hey, Liara didn't talk like this to me in Mass Effect 3, or I didn't hear these lines from her in Mass Effect 3. I think it's amazing, and it shows you once again how great the writing is in this trilogy, because since we blew her off in Mass Effect 2, I'm pretty sure she's feeling that, and she's not really sure about us anymore. She's surprised and taken back that we're not friend zoning her anymore, and we want to actually carry on this relationship with her. So I'm going to ride it out, and I'm looking forward to seeing more loving moments with Liara, because I went back and rewatched parts of Mass Effect 1 to kind of remind myself how Liara was when we first met her. Honestly, when we first met her, she was amazing, and we kind of lost that in Mass Effect 2. Shepard got really entangled in a lot of different things: politics, Reapers, Cerberus, and Liara being the shadow broker. So there were many, many things to juggle that made it kind of impossible to have a loving relationship at all. Now in Mass Effect 3, like I said, we're calling bigger shots. We're more comfortable with calling these bigger shots. They're scary, they're intense, but I'm also realizing that could be it. This could be the end-all be-all. Sometimes when you look at life that way, just like a lot of people have been in this Mass Effect series so far, you have to live it up. You have to live every moment like it's your last. I'm realizing that I want to be with Liara, and Liara has been nothing but kind to us. And thank you guys so much for the comments on all of the sweet things that Liara has done for us in the past, because obviously I needed my memory rejogged about all of those things. And I'm glad that I went back to rewatch some parts of Mass Effect 1. It reopened my eyes to why I decided to be with her in the first place. There's no doubt that she cares about Shepard, probably more than she even cares about herself. So even though the relationship might be a little bit awkward right now, even though Liara is probably a little bit hesitant about Shepard and wondering if this time the love will stick, I think that this shows that the writing is just amazing. And I'm here to show Liara that we're ready. I am looking at the entire romance now in a different light. So I wanted to clear the air there. Sometimes I have to just step away from the game for a little bit to realize what happened. Just like in the Leviathan episode, where I got some of the lore misconstrued, or I had a huge misunderstanding with the actual start of the Reapers, and I just had to take a step back and rewatch again. So now that the air is cleared, I think I'm ready to jump in, get started, and we're gonna head right out to Mesana after some scanning today. So without further ado, let's go. I'm reluctant to do this, but someone told me to mess with the hamster and the head will do something to the hamster. And I'm a little bit nervous that it's going to eat it, or I don't know how we would eat it. It's in a cage, but I don't really want to because I hate the scream, but I feel like I have to. Okay. Oh my God, it's like a Jack in the Box. It's not doing anything. Yeah, I don't think anything's happening. Maybe it's just bugged. It wouldn't be the first time something would be bugged in my game. Okay, so actually, I think last episode, I did finish up a mission with the ex-Cerberus scientists. And I remember talking to Joker and Edie and everybody down in the crew deck except for Ashley. So I'm going to go talk to Ashley, run by the engineers, and just to see if there's any dialogue before we head out. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything, because sometimes they'll have extra dialogue after you complete missions. So I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Look, they're still hanging out here. Oh, she's sitting down today.
We got lucky down there, Commander. Civilians, children. Could have been very bad. I don't even want to think about it. But scooping the scientists right from under the elusive man's nose? That's gotta piss him off.
Yeah, for sure. They probably have so much information in them that they can help with the Crucible. And they're very... Obviously, I mean, the elusive man wouldn't go and just hire any scientist. I'm sure they've had to been put through the ranks and all of that stuff. Although now he's probably getting more and more impatient. So he's probably not hiring as many... Like doing a screening before hiring, but still.
I'm glad that Jacob guy is gonna be all right. I hope we can trust a bunch of ex-Cerberus. Just saying.
Yeah.
Commander?
I'm actually with Ashley on her paranoia this time. I definitely feel the same way. I hope we can trust them. Okay, we'll go in and talk with Allers first.
Ugh, I'm falling down tired. I need a folding chair or something. Huh. Second Star Broadcasting is headhunting me. I liked their Garvuk story, but seriously, I'm on the Normandy.
Gabby, what do you think about our new yeoman, Miss Trainer?
She's not a yeoman, she's a communication specialist. And you're barking up the wrong tree, Kenan. You're not her type.
Oh, well, perhaps you should go and talk to her then.
Maybe I should. Nobody's barking up my tree.
If it works out, Be sure to take video.
I wonder, and I don't know if Daniels has ever said anything, but I feel like Daniels really likes Donnelly, but Donnelly's so busy talking about all the other interests on the ship, even down to like Edie. And that little jab there kind of made it seem like she's actually interested in Donnelly, but he probably doesn't give her the time of day because he's too busy looking at everybody else.
Power grid is in the green.
Commander?
Nothing to report, Commander.
Their bickering back and forth is so good. They're just communication back and forth. Okay, and we'll go and talk to Javik too, because I don't think I talked to him last episode as well. And Ashley did have...
This human called Jacob. We're both part of Cerberus.
That is correct.
And Cerberus is filled with traitors to humanity.
Yes, they oppose us in this war.
Then why should we trust either of you?
We have severed our ties with the organization.
But you were programmed by Cerberus.
I can extrapolate where this is going. I have superseded my original programming and have chosen to oppose Cerberus.
You mean you have chosen to oppose your creators?
Correct.
I find this a very troubling freedom machine. That is all.
I understand from Javik's point of view. I mean, what happened between the Quarians and the Geth is not the same thing, because I don't believe that all Geth are bad, just like Edie. And after meeting Legion, I have a wildly different opinion about it. But thinking back to now, the Leviathan DLC, that's how the Reapers began, was because they were a computer program created by the Leviathan that started to oppose their creators, and they harvested them and they created themselves out of their own image. And it's just, I can see where he's coming from, but they're not all bad, just like Legion, just like Edie. I wonder what makes an AI turn bad. I wonder what that intelligence is, what they figured out about the universe, that the Reapers decided that they wanted to just rule everything. Makes you wonder.
Those humans you saved were fortunate. There are still places in the galaxy to hide. Our refugees perished. There was nowhere left to run. I trust you, Commander, when you say you no longer expedite Cerberus's goals. Otherwise... Perhaps later, Commander.
That's good he believes us. Okay, so I did take a quick peek. There's a couple of places like Ninma Cluster and Horsehead Nebula and Anno-Spassin that don't have anything to scan right now. Everything else is 100%. So I guess we just have to wait until more places open up to get more things for the Citadel. But there's so much in the journal, so I'm surprised that I can't scan any new places, but we'll just have to wait and see. And we have to go to Far Rim too to do the priority mission to go speak with Quarians. So there's probably a whole nother system in there to open up and scan for. So we're not really pressed on turning in those missions right now, I don't think. So hopefully we'll find some back where we go to Mesana and any other N7 missions that might pop up in the future. But yeah, right now there's nothing to scan, so there's nothing to see. Okay, so we're just gonna go and start this new mission since we don't have anything to scan for, or turn it at the Citadel. Mesana distress signal. Asari High Command has requested help dealing with a distress signal on an Asari colony. Go to the colony and investigate the situation. Real quick before we do go, I just wanted to take another look at the Codex, because I keep wanting to call it like a confinement facility or something like that, but I feel like there's a name for it that I'm missing.
Jelix, the John Grissom Academy, an unremarkable world located far from regularly traveled trade routes. Lessus is inhabited only by a small Asari colony. The main feature is a monastery that houses a large population of Asari with active or latent Ardot Yakshi genes, a disorder that causes the death of anyone who mates with the afflicted Asari. Although some of the colonists exiled themselves voluntarily, many were sent to Lessus by their families, to protect society from their deadly potential. The monastery emphasizes individual sacrifice for the good of the community. Latent Ardat Yakshi, as well as active sufferers who show that they can control their condition, may be offered a chance to reintegrate into Asari society after spending sufficient time on Lessus. Active Ardat Yakshi whose psychological profiles show capacity for neither empathy nor re-education are confined to the monastery for life.
Okay, so it's called Lessus, and it's a monastery. Not a facility, not a whatever the heck else I was calling it. I knew there was a term for what they were referring to. But it's the monastery. Monastery that houses Asari with active or latent Ardat Yakshi genes. Okay, I'm excited to go here. I'm very, very excited. I've been waiting for this mission since we got it, but I felt like there were other ones that kind of took priority. Okay, so it's in the Nimbus cluster. All the way over here. I wonder what could be going on over here. If I had to guess, it's probably Cerberus, the elusive man, maybe trying to get a hold of these Asari, maybe. Because I can't see why the Reaper... I mean, the Reapers could come here, but I don't really understand... I wouldn't understand why we would get a distress beacon like that. Everyone is kind of in distress right now. Lessus is the unpopular garden world, with characteristics just outside of the comfort zone of its Asari population. Its gravity is a little too high, its diseases a little too virulent, and the soil inhospitable for growing food. Further information is difficult to come by. The Asari government is uncharacteristically silent about Lessus. Normally, a garden world settled so long ago would be highly populated, but little light pollution can be seen on Lessus Nightside. It doesn't have a population, unknown. All right. So who should I take with me? I feel like I should take Liara. Just because she's an Asari also, and I want to know what she has to say about everything that's going on here as well. Like I said, I've been really intrigued by the Ardat Yakshi, and I want to know what Liara has to say from an Asari standpoint of view. So I'm gonna bring Liara, and I think the other person I'm gonna bring is Javik, and it's just because I also want to know his opinion about Ardat Yakshi, and if he knew that this was going on back when he knew that Asari were... I can't even remember how he said Asari were. I know Solarians were like, they licked their eyes or something. I don't remember what Asari were to him. It's blanking me right now. But I'm going to bring Javik and Liara. I think that they'll make an interesting combo to come down here to this monastery. Okay. So we don't have enough points to put into anything. Liara, we can get her... Let's do warp ammo. Headshot damage. Get them headshots. Javik has 15 points. Wow. I'm going to upgrade his slam. Damage and force or increase force. Increase damage and force of biotic detonation or increase force. I'm gonna do this one. Incapacitate a slam target for 5 seconds. Increase recharge speed. 6 seconds to 4, almost 5 seconds. Yeah, it's about 2-second difference. I'm gonna do the incapacitate. Could be a good way to get some crowd control. And let's upgrade his pull too. Let's do duration. He can be like our crowd control guy. All right.
Dig up any information on the mission, Liara?
I did, and I now understand why High Command wanted to hide it. We're headed to an Ardat Yakshi monastery.
Ardat Yakshi? Like Morinth?
Morinth chose to be a killer. These Ardat Yakshi isolated themselves to avoid that. But it doesn't mean they're harmless. Their urge to feed can be powerful. That's why High Command sent in commandos to investigate the monastery's distress signal.
What were the commandos' orders?
If there was a chance the Ardat Yakshi could break loose, the commandos were to purge the monastery.
Oh my god.
Purge? You mean destroy?
They would have brought heavy explosives with them, yes.
Is it necessary? Couldn't they just round them up or keep them in confinement on a ship somewhere? Like, they have prison ships.
Morinth was dangerous. But are the Ardat Yakshi this big of a threat?
Morinth was just hitting her stride. Ardat Yakshi who kill leave behind astronomical body counts. It's why they can never be free, and why they're such a great source of shame to the Asari. That's why High Command won't rest until this place is destroyed. They'd never risk a single Ardat Yakshi getting loose.
It's interesting to hear her talk about it from not Samara, because every time we talk to Samara about Ardat Yakshi, she kind of put them on a pedestal a little bit. Not entirely, but she wouldn't have outright said what Liara just said, that they are a shame to society. I don't think I've ever heard Samara say that. But those are her kids. Those are 3 of her, now 2 of her kids that are Ardat Yakshi, but I've never heard her refer to them as a shame to society. Bombs are a last resort? Yeah, I don't think that it's necessary. I mean, yes, Morinth was awful, but these Ardat Yakshi, they took time and they've put themselves into a monastery confinement area. They're trying, at least, to live a life, and it's not fair. Yeah, bombs are last resort.
Don't assume anything. Maybe the Ardat Yakshi sent out the distress call. If the Asari want us to destroy this place, I need to know what happened.
Agreed. Once we give a report to High Command, they'll stop wasting lives here.
Okay, here we are. Look at this place. Is that snow or is it just like debris? Yeah, I think it's snow. Oh, this place is beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and get ready for whatever we are about to encounter in there. Not 100% sure what is gonna even happen here. I just have a really strong feeling that it could be Cerberus related. Turn her ammo on. So I'm gonna do slam there. Dark channel there. Warp there. Okay, let's put some freeze on here just in case. All right. Ooh, I see something over here. Assault rifle damper. What's that? Examine?
The shuttle is warm, recently used.
Okay, so someone... Oh, you think it's Samara? I have a feeling it could be Samara maybe rolling up in here. All right, let's get in.
Elevator disabled. To prevent entry or escape, I wonder.
Okay. It's a ladder. This is creepy. Oh, why is it always dark? What was that?
That sound.
Yeah, I heard it too.
There's more than one out there.
Oh no. I think I know what's going on. Those screams.
I hear something.
Stay sharp.
This is so creepy. Cerberus has definitely been here because there's those blobbies.
It would seem the Asari commandos fell silent because the Reapers were here to greet them.
This monastery's out of the way. What do the Reapers want with Ardat Yakshi? Anything useful?
A floor plan marked with the nav point location of a bomb. It's in some place called the Great Hall.
The commandos decided to purge this place.
Seems drastic. I can't blame them now because, like I said, I think I know what's going on here, and I think they're turning them into banshees.
This place is a lost cause if it's already crawling with Reapers. Let's get to the Great Hall and set off that bomb.
If there's those banshees running around, it's definitely a lost cause. There's no hope in ever redeeming this place. God, I can only think of Samara's kids.
Delay. You won't believe what Yan has managed to smuggle in. A copy of Vanya. Meet us after supper in the library. Bring some study work. Reel is floor warden tonight, so act natural. We'll be by the East Video Banks. This is gonna be so great. See you there. Oh, and delete this once you listen to it. Not like last time.
I remember the copy of Venya. That's how we lured Moranthin. But here they were just using it because they enjoy reading together. A reminder, students are not allowed to visit each other's quarters or to meet in rooms unsupervised by staff. Students are also forbidden from extranet communication without approval by senior staff members. There are no exceptions to these rules. First offenders will have their free time revoked for a month. Further violations will be met with confinement. Our monastery is our shelter. For it to remain that way, we must make sacrifices. If we do this, I have faith we can continue to enjoy the order and peace this place has given us. Matriarch Galley. I'm scared to go down there because I know what's down there. Wait, what's this orange thing over here?
I heard something.
That was my fault, sorry.
Okay. I thought I heard it like in this room and I was like, it was probably Liara bumping into something. Or one of my teammates, and then sure enough. It was. Electronic signature, nice. Got some intel. Alright. I'm not excited about this. I'm not excited anymore. Good feelings gone. Can we leave now? We already know this place is gone. I do still want to see Samara, but I'm very freaked out right now because I know what's about to happen, and this is the worst setting that they could have possibly... I'm stalling a little bit because I know what to expect now, I think. I'm like 99% sure that's what's happening here. This place is actually beautiful. If I were in Ardat Yakshi and I was confined here, it's so peaceful and quiet and snowy and... What was that? Nothing over here.
Very good. I almost didn't hear you.
Samara?
Samara!
It has been some time, Shepard. You are a most welcome sight. The corruption here runs deep. I assume you're here on your own, Justicar. Perhaps for something special? You are correct. 2 of my daughters live here, and I have come for them. Unfortunately, the Reapers had already infested this place by the time I arrived.
Was that just me, or was Liara giving Samara a little bit of weird body language there? I don't have I don't really know, and you guys can tell me in the comments, but is it because I hit on Samara when I broke up with Liara? I wonder. Because I definitely, told her that I liked her, or there was a moment that we shared together. So I wonder. It was a very, why would you cross your arms to talk to somebody like that? Unless she just doesn't like Samara. But I don't think she has a reason to dislike her.
You met me hunting down your other Ardat Yakshi daughter. Are these ones just as dangerous?
Valer and Rila have followed the monastery's rules ever since they arrived. They've shown no inclination toward violence.
And you're here to save them?
They are my responsibility. And it's one that cannot be abandoned, even as our galaxy crumbles.
We'll help you search. We'll help you look. Maybe it's not too late for them.
Let's go together. Maybe your daughters can tell us why the Reapers hit this place.
I suspect they will have much to tell us. It has been centuries since I last saw them. We're out of time.
I'm not ready for this.
We'll meet again. I will draw these creatures off.
Go get them, Samara.
Wait!
So I don't have to.
Let's go.
She's going alone? Jeez, what a woman. Okay, so I don't think we can get down from there, but let me look over here real quick.
My name is Tashia Pore. I'm wounded. Bad. Give this to my bondmate, Weshra. Asked her to go to the Citadel and tell Weshra I love her. Tell her. Sorry we fought. I was an idiot. Didn't mean any of it, Weshra. Want you to have everything of mine, okay? Love you. I love you so.
It's really sad. I hope that Samara's kids are okay. I don't...
An isolated fortress. The Ardat Yakshi must have believed they were safe from the war.
If they knew about it at all.
They learned.
We definitely did learn. This is beautiful. Beautiful place, though. I really like it here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle, if Samara's daughters have turned. This is a wide open area. I'm getting a little bit nervous.
A new enemy.
Yep. Oh, man. Banshees are my least favorite. I can't do the Banshees. Okay, let's go ahead and reload. I hear another one and they're fighting something over there. Liara is getting wrecked over here. You okay, Liara?
That used to be a person. An Asari. What have the Reapers done?
Now you know how I feel when I see husks. But wow, Asari turn intense. Okay, let's Go ahead and reload and pick up this ammo. I just wanna... This is such a wide open area. I feel like I'm missing some loot around here. Maybe we're gonna come back here and fight again? I'm not sure. Okay, I don't see anything. It is probably so peaceful to just like sit out here, bundled up, cup of coffee, reading a book. All right, let's go inside.
Mother, you came.
Oh, she's okay.
As soon as I was able. Shepard, this is Valere, my youngest. She and her sister Rila are Ardat Yakshi. They have
Mother, they have Rila.
What?
I saw some of those creatures take her into the Great Hall. I've been trying to get there.
What are the Reapers doing here?
Harvesting us. They're turning us into those monsters. Please, you can't let that happen to Rila.
The Ardat Yakshi are innocent? I mean, clearly, she just said it's the Reapers. I don't understand why we would ask that.
The Asari thought the Ardat Yakshi were to blame for the attack.
This is our home. Most of us are grateful to be here. The monastery is a place Ardat Yakshi can achieve peace.
Valere speaks truthfully, Shepard. I vouch for her words, with pride.
I believe you. Yeah, I definitely believe you. I've believed you since your mother talked to me in Mass Effect 2 about this place. And the way that she talked about Valerie and I want to call her Sucky, but that's definitely not it. I don't know.
We have to find Rila fast.
Rila.
The Great Hall has a bomb in it.
A bomb? Didn't you come to rescue people?
We'll try, but we can't leave this place standing, Valere.
You sound like the Commandos. They didn't stop to help anyone.
Valere?
I'm sorry. Valere!
What the heck?
The Great Hall. She's looking for Rila.
We'll meet you there.
Please be swift.
I have a bad feeling about Rila. I hope that we can just get to her in time, though, before any changes occur.
You'd need a crowbar to pry those doors open. This place was beautiful before the Reapers came.
Yeah, it was beautiful. They definitely did a good job with the architecture and the design. Wanting to achieve peace. It's very zen in here.
Jethro, this is Galay. I've blocked the extranet access. We don't need the students panicking about these Reaper rumors. Still, it will not hurt to tally our supplies. Please bring me an inventory before evening prayer. I'll contact Ceci later tonight to inquire what set the Asari to war. Go in peace.
Thought I heard more, but I think it was just him dying. What is that? Is that supposed to be like that? It looks like a geth, but it's like stuck on the wall. I don't even understand. What is that? It looks like a horse head, but it's mounted on the wall. What? Disciple. An interesting name for a gun. Ooh, looks fancy. All right, you have ammo. Yep. All right, we need to get down there, but I want to take a peek in that room across the hall real quick. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Jethra, I had the new girl put in a holding chamber. The Justicar who brought her to help us, Justicar Fora, said she had trouble convincing the prisoner coming to the monastery was necessary. This may explain why the girl lashed out on her guards. She's lucky Fora wasn't there for that. The Justicar's code would have demanded an execution. I'll question some other Justicars on the level of coercion Fora is permitted to use by the code. This isn't the first time her captives arrived here terrified out of their wits, but it will certainly be the last. Matriarch Gala. So that Justicar is just bringing Asari here unwillingly. And they're tired of it. I guess the point of this monastery is to turn yourself in. If they're gonna have some Justicar coming in here, bringing in people that don't actually want to be here, that causes a lot of problems. Jethro, I looked over this year's candidates for supervised visits to Thessia. I'm approving everyone but Giannis. She's impulsive, cunning, and worst of all, a romantic. Find me a worse combo to let outside of our walls. Wasn't Giannis the one that we listened to when we first came in about the book? I find it suspicious she was not even nominated. Let's look into that and pray it's not Giannis manipulating another infatuation. It makes a great deal of time and effort to persuade Thessia's government to let our best students visit their own homeworld. Unless Giannis matures, she won't be among them. I feel kind of bad for her. I don't really know what she was like, but from that one message, it didn't seem horrible. Okay, let's check out this new gun we have. I think it was an assault rifle. Oh, we picked up an Argus too. The damage is okay. It's a bit chunky. So I guess it was maybe a pistol? What was the one that we picked up that was called like the... Was it a shotgun? Oh, it was a shotgun, the Disciple. How was it compared to the Claymore? Little less weight, more capacity. Not as great damage, though. Okay. Probably won't use it against the Claymore. Claymore is just too good. Alright, let's get downstairs. I just saw something fall to the right there. Yep. Oh my god. Something's hitting me from over here. Okay, Liara's down. Let's get her back up. Dang, Liara is so squishy. Look at Javik over there just blasting the thing with his particle rifle. Oh, what is he doing? Why is he like inching along the walls like that? Is there another one? Or was that the one just dying? I think it was the one just dying, I hope. intense. Okay. I don't want to even know what the end of this mission is going to look like. If there's like 3 of them at once, I don't know if we're going to be able to handle that. We can barely handle one with some like ads. It's bad. Is she alive?
Another dead commando. The Asari should have rid themselves of the Adat Yakshi.
By rid themselves, you mean kill.
My people would never let such monsters walk among them.
They didn't care for the competition?
I don't really agree with Javik there. And it might just be because I have a really soft spot in my heart for Samara and everything that she had to go through, being a mother of 3 Adat Yakshi. Even though it's such a super rare condition, I don't know if we'll ever understand why that happened to her. But, I mean, look at the Adat Yakshi that was just trying to read a book with her friend, and they're living lives here. There's proof all around us that they're able to coexist and make it work and live in confinement. If they want to live the rest of their life in a monastery, if they think that they can find peace that way, then let them. Don't just kill them off as soon as they come out of their mom. What are you saying? All right, I don't think there's anything else up here. Elevator. Bomb. Okay.
We found our bomb.
And Falere.
Rila, wake up!
Falere, Rila cannot hear us.
Look, she's still alive.
I know, but I am afraid Rila is not well.
Rila's not one of them yet. She can't be. She just needs to wake up. Rila? Rila, can you hear me?
She's gonna turn, isn't she?
Why did she do that?
Because they've begun to turn her into one of the Reaper's creatures.
I'm sorry. Can we set off that bomb?
We need a detonator.
Commandos would have had one. We've got to find it. Later.
Great. Is that 2 of them? Oh, man. Alright, I'm gonna run for a second. Try to kill some of these husks off. Oh my god. Poor Javik. That was actually like really terrifying to watch. Holy Crap. Alright, they're definitely coming for me next. Alright, let's get some meds going. Meds. That one's down. There's still this one. Let's go. She's almost down. I just went down.
We're clear.
For now.
Okay.
Let's get back to that bomb.
Okay. That was insane. I feel like her sister's gonna come back and we're gonna have to kill her.
Falaire, go! Take the elevator! Rila, what are you doing? It's too late for me. There are hundreds coming. Just go!
Move!
No! Rila! I love you. Rila!
Oh my god.
We're not your slaves.
Terrible way to die.
Rila, there wasn't even time to say goodbye.
Few can break the Reaper's hold. Rila's will was extraordinary, as was her love for you.
We left her to die.
Rila made her choice, and it has reminded me of what is truly important. Why I swore I'd lay down my life.
What is that?
Falaire, the code demands an Ardat Yakshi cannot live outside a monastery that no longer exists.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, Shepard. By the Justicar's code, there is only one way to save Falaire.
Mother, no!
My daughters, you were all so much...
What are you doing?
Let go.
What are you doing?
Fulfilling the code.
By throwing your life away?
I won't kill my last daughter.
You won't have to.
Falaire?
I'll stay here. Home. No matter what's become of it.
Without a proper monastery,
I could have left any time. I don't need a building to honor my own code. And if the Reapers return, they won't take me alive. I promise.
then the code permits you to stay.
As you are. Once this war is over, and if I am able, I will visit, as a Justicar should.
Gosh, that was so emotional. I'm trying to like reel it in. That was so powerful. I feel like she should stay with her daughter. She hasn't been able to stay with any of her kids. She's been cursed with a life of 3 kids that are not Yakshi. And she had to stay away. And the whole reason why she became a Justicar is because she wanted to be the one to call the shots, and she felt like she was responsible for her daughters. And I think that she should stay here with her daughter. I'd
understand if you wanted to help Valere rebuild a home here.
It must wait now that I can help oppose the Reapers. I'll speak with Valere, then join your forces. If you'll have me, of course.
I'd be honored.
The honor is mine, my friend.
Everything's taken care of down here. Bring in the shuttle.
Right, Commander. I'll just follow the smoke.
That was powerful.
Commander, I'm pleased to hear the Yakshi situation has been put to rest.
Should I guess you're our contact inside Asari High Command, Counselor?
I'm merely here to convey the gratitude of the Asari people for concluding a difficult, sensitive mission. The next team of commandos we were sending to the monastery are now en route to Admiral Hackett instead. Farewell, Commander.
That was so powerful. I knew as soon as I stepped foot into that monastery and I heard that scream because of us playing the Leviathan DLC beforehand. And in a way, I did kind of spoil it for myself playing that before I got to go to the monastery. It would have been very intense to see the banshees that way. And I am a little bit disappointed that the DLC happened before I got to have that experience, because I'm so moved by how it ended there. But I also really enjoyed the Leviathan DLC. I guess either way it could be played. Both ways are very extreme, just because the banshees they're awful. I do not like them at all. The husks were bad the first time I saw them back in Mass Effect 1, just because I am actually terrified of zombies. I have recurring zombie apocalypse nightmares that are terrifying. I think I've played too many games and seen too many like zombie shows. But seeing the banshees, I think they are my new top worst feared video game / fictional thing that I've ever seen. The face, the screeches, the overall just like coming at you at 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's terrifying. It's nightmare fuel. So we picked up Asari commandos, trained from an early age to control their mind and body, seeking the ultimate economy of thought and movement. They are taught that each shot and each decision will be made without hesitation. While exact training methods vary, all commandos are consummate professionals. Their ambushes, quick strikes, and clever tactics have bested larger, well-armed units in thousands of recorded conflicts. And we also got Samara. And I think it's beautiful that Samara is able to stay with at least one of her daughters, her last daughter. And I'm getting choked up thinking about it again, but she was about to end her life because she couldn't kill her last daughter. She just couldn't. And now what is going to maybe possibly happen, as long as we can get the Reapers under wraps and take care of them, she'll be able to head out and be a mother and spend time with her daughter one-on-one. And I think that is beautiful. And I really hope for that future for them. I hope that Samara makes it through the Reaper Wars. I hope that we all make it through the Reaper Wars, and that she can be with her daughter after. I think it's probably the best thing that could have happened to Samara, even though it's bad to say that because she did lose her other daughter. And what a terrible way to die. It was... Because banshees are like my worst nightmare, I couldn't even imagine dying that way. It was awful to watch that happen. The Justicars are an ancient Asari order dedicated to finding and punishing those who would harm others. They rigidly adhere to a Justicar code, a comprehensive, complicated list of laws. By assaulting the innocent, slaughtering the helpless, and refusing to acknowledge any authority above themselves, the Reapers are an affront to nearly everything the code stands for. The Justicar Samara has set aside all other responsibilities, pledging to stop the Reapers even if it kills her. I don't like that they added that little even if it kills her part. I don't want Samara to die. I want her to go be with her daughter finally. Also, I mentioned in the last video, but in case you missed it or you weren't actually watching the video, because I do that too. Sometimes I'll put up YouTube on the side and just kind of like listen while I'm doing work or whatever. But I had a prompt scroll up for the war assets. I haven't been reading through them, and I apologize. I stopped this back when I got sick 3 weeks ago, and I didn't read them because my voice was just completely shot, and I was trying to just keep my voice okay and record what I had to without doing any extra blurps. And I read a comment or two that was like, don't worry about reading all the war assets, blah, 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 blah. I think it might have just pertained to like me being sick, because there is a ton of lore in those war assets, and I apologize. You guys know how much I love lore, and I haven't been reading them. So I will read them from now on, I promise. And maybe like before we go into the very last mission, I can brush up on some of the ones that are super good lore in there. So I think maybe since we do have a couple things to turn
messages, Commander.
Back at the Citadel, we could head back there, but I need to take a look at the journal real quick. Oh wow, we got a lot already. Asari squad ready from Kareen Lemais. Commander Shepard, as an hour ago, Asari High Command has assigned my squad to support you. We will ride with the 2nd Fleet until it's time to deploy. If you'll allow me a personal note, I knew a few of the commandos who went down to that monastery. Nothing will bring them back, but hearing that that place went up in smoke is the only good news I've heard in weeks. Ready to serve, Captain Kareen Lemais. Headed for the front lines. Samara, Shepard, I finished my business on Lessus. I would offer to travel once again with you on the Normandy, but the code dictates I join the fight where it is most dire. While you do your essential work, I will do my best to help hold the front. Before I depart, I'll return to the Citadel for a short time to prepare. If it doesn't interfere with your duties, come find me there. We should definitely go see her there. And Jacob wants to go meet us there, which I'm not very excited about. But we get to see Samara, so we should go do those 2 things now. And go turn in those... I think we picked up either 1 or 2 or possibly even 3 things at the Citadel. And we have to return that note to somebody. One of the Ardat Yakshi there had like a pad and a note that she wanted to give to someone that she loved. What an emotional mission. Hey Shepard, this Crucible project is intense. Sprint and the others are around it on the clock. Pretty soon I'll have to make a run to the Citadel to pick up some equipment at the hospital. If you have time and you want to meet there, things were so crazy on Gelix. It'd be good to see you in a quieter place, you know? Hope to see you around, Jacob. I don't really mind not seeing him again. From Bryn Cole. Oh, look, it's from his girlfriend. Oh, it's a Crucible update. Dear Commander Shepard, thank you again for all you did to our help on Gelix. Admiral Hackett is an amazing man, and it's a privilege to work under him. The construction is presenting its challenges, but my team and I are determined to crack its mysteries. Although I never really rely on luck, in this instance, I fear we may need a little. Stay safe. I hope our paths cross again. Sincerely, Dr. Bryn Cole. She was nice when we met her, and I'm glad that Jacob is with her so that we can stop potentially hitting on him. But she seems like a nice lady. Jacob has just never been high on my list.
Glad you talked Samara down.
I never thought I'd see her flinch from her duty.
I don't know. On one hand, that code's all she's had to live by for, God, centuries. And the galaxy goes to hell. The old rules don't cut it anymore. I mean, we're cutting some corners, right?
A few.
Well, the Alliance can always court-martial us after we save the galaxy.
Commander?
Like always.
What are you doing, Edie?
Monitoring reports of proton storms and other space weather. With the Reapers attacking the comm buoy systems, critical warnings may be lost.
How bad are these storms?
If we are warned, not bad. If we are not warned, very bad.
Thanks for the info, Edie.
Hello, Shepard.
Okay. I am gonna go down and talk to... I don't really know if... I don't think Ashley ever met Samara, so I don't know if Ashley has anything to say, but since we did finish up a mission, I'm gonna do a quick sweep, and then we will head to the Citadel. So let's just pop in with Ashley and see if she even knows Samara. I don't think...
Everybody was fighting the Rachni, trying to push them back through the relay. Finally, the Krogan were turned loose and stopped them.
I see.
But when the Krogan rebelled, we had to deploy the genophage to stop them. Wasn't the only rebellion. 1,000 years later, the Geth revolted against the Quarians. That was a whole other war. Then along came the humans. My own people tangled with them for a while, and now, to top it all off, we've got the Reapers. What about you?
The Ouroboros fought the Densorin. The Andoromai conquered the Vandomar, and the Jatil turned against the Jar.
So, I guess nobody really ever gets their act together.
The Sinreal claimed to have found the path to eternal peace.
What happened?
The Ditaka preferred war and wiped them out.
I hope you guys had alcohol.
Oh my god, Garrus. That was a pretty cool little conversation of them talking about their past history lifetime. And it brings up a lot of good points that no matter what era you're living in or what time frame, you're always gonna have war, famine, poverty, hardship, bad, good, all of it. Life is life, especially when you're talking about just people as a whole. Everyone has different personalities and different ways of thinking. That's what makes life beautiful, but also makes it awful at the same time, for lack of better terms.
Some of the crew seem shocked by the monstrosities we have encountered. They haven't seen what the Reapers could corrupt after 100 years. That was our war. Every battle conjured a new nightmare. This human holds such childish views of war. Your species has much to learn. Commander.
Everything is childish to him. But when we look at Javik, we could say the same thing about him too. That his way of thinking is childish. That expecting the best of the best to be the only people that are allowed into your civilization, it's petty.
Samara's the kind of soldier we need in this war. Nothing gets in her way. I just hope I'm not in her way someday. That woman means business.
She definitely does.
Now it's a mutated Asari. The Reapers are just a giant nightmare factory that never ends.
Exactly what I said, Garrus. I said it was nightmare fuel.
I can only imagine what the Reapers are doing to the Drell. Or the Hanar. Or the Vorcha. This could get a lot worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
So who needs their ass kicked now?
All right. That was a really cool conversation to walk in on. I haven't looked at the map.
It's a brilliant tactic when you think about it.
But it's evil.
When has that ever mattered in war?
Yeah, but converting other life forms into Reapers? I can't wrap my head around that.
Makes sense to me. It ensures you never run out of cannon fodder. Eliminates any local resistance. And for every soldier you add, your enemy loses two. The one you converted, and his buddy on the other side who can't pull the trigger on a friend.
You sound like you admire them.
Same way I admire a virus or a thresher maw. They've adapted perfectly to their situation.
But the Reapers want to destroy us.
And I have no intention of letting them. But if you don't respect your enemy's capabilities, you're in for one nasty surprise after another.
Maybe that's what Javik meant by that human's idea of, I think he said war or something. The idea of something is immature. I understand now. If that was his chime in on that conversation, I totally understand. Garrus is talking facts. He is definitely talking facts. Just like he admires the Reapers the way that he admires viruses or thresher mauls because they adapt. Yes, you have to have a certain respect for these type of things. It's logic. It's just, it is what it is. And he's just relaying that it is smart. You might not like it, and it's obviously a really bad thing, but it is very intelligent. It's very smart.
So who needs their ass kicked now?
Commander.
All right, let's see if I walk away and another conversation kicks off. All right, I think that was it for now. Yeah, I didn't look at the map, so I don't know who is where right now. I probably should have done that before. Ashley is in Starboard, so I will go talk to her, and then we'll go pop in with Liara and see if she has anything to say since we were at the monastery with her.
Hey, Commander. I dug out. You sure make some unusual friends, Shepard. That is not a side of the Asari I ever want to see.
I accidentally clicked through Ashley's prompt. Dang.
Shepard?
I've done that like 3 times now, and I kick myself every time. I think she's calling Samara an interesting friend. It's actually kind of funny.
Thank you for the data packet. The results are available on the Information Network terminal.
Data packet. Oh, the electronic signature. That's right. We did get some intel. So either a store discount bonus or a power damage bonus. I'm going to go for power damage. I don't think we're ever really hurting for 5% discount on stores. I might regret that later, but for now, I would use that power damage more. Dr. Locke, I was wondering, I was working on the problem that you sent me last night. I think I found a solution for synchronizing the Crucible's energy bursts. Punch the attached capacitor redesigned into your projections. It should have 3.6 milliseconds off the Mass Effect field's activation time. You can see where that leads. If you approve, I'll send the schematics to manufacturing. We need roughly 25,000 by tomorrow morning for testing. Dr. Cole. They're working hard.
Poor Rila. But I'm glad she set off that bomb, Shepard.
You're not upset the monastery was destroyed?
No, not after what I saw. I don't care that they were Ardat Yakshi. To be turned into such creatures, nobody deserves that.
That was my thought too. Like, first going in, I didn't want to bomb the place, but I didn't realize, and it didn't really click until I heard the screams, that it's full of Ardat Yakshi, or Banshees, and there was no hope for that place. It was already too far gone. We saw it. It was already too far gone.
Good to see you again, Shepard.
Okay, I am gonna swing down and see if Jason has anything to say about our last mission. I'll just pop in with everyone real quick. Why not? Go to engineering first. Go see Javik. Oh yeah, he's downstairs. We literally just saw him.
So I hear the elusive man drinks bourbon. It all makes sense now.
What do you mean? You look whiskey.
Hey, Scotch, my dear girl. That scunner drinks American bourbon. Completely different.
He's a psychotic megalomaniac, and you've got problems with his choice of liquor.
You've obviously never experienced the peat aroma of a fine Ely Scotch.
It is kind of funny how, like, there's Scotch drinkers and then there's whiskey drinkers. I am definitely more of a whiskey drinker, so Donnelly would probably give me a bunch of crap. Scotch is okay. There is some Scotch that I've had that is actually really, really good, but I can't remember the name of it. It was one of my uncle's from his collection that I had tried one day, and it was delicious. It was very, very good. And normally I don't drink alcohol straight, but that one I definitely could. And some whiskeys I can as well, but normally I like to mix.
Shepard?
Nothing to report.
Mix it up a little bit.
Commander.
Okay, let's pop in with Diana. What happens if I kick her off my ship?
Are you doing a story on the Asari who were turned into Reaper creatures?
The Ardat Yakshi? No.
I think that story would be perfect for you. The hidden dark side of the most beautiful race in the galaxy.
We have a huge Asari audience. If I do that story, I could lose them.
That seems a bit like pandering.
Ever seen how fast an e-democracy can abandon its allies?
No.
If I do my job, you won't.
Unfortunately, Allers does have a point there. That's why the news is not always the news, because you have to remember at the end of the day, they're looking for those views and they're looking for their retention rates.
I'm liking the new you, Esteban. It's about time you loosened up a little.
Not sure how drinking mezcal late into the night makes me a better crewman.
How does it not? It gives you heart. You need heart to fight this kind of war.
Heartburn,
Hey
maybe.
there.
Seriously, could we at least get some decent tequila?
Hey, you're the procurement specialist. Set us up.
The procurement specialist.
The next time you blow up a monastery, let me know you've left the premises, okay? I worry about you.
Aww.
Is everything okay, Shepard? Good to see you, Commander.
That's sweet. Yeah, I guess we didn't let him know what the big boom was. And then when he was picking us up, it was like, I'll follow the cloud of smoke.
Hey.
He's like, thanks for telling me. He probably was over in the sky like, oh my god. All right, let me see if I can afford some upgrades since we are down here. We'll do Blood Pack Punisher. We'll do Claymore. Oops, that's not the Claymore. We will do... What pistol are we running? I honestly can't remember. I'm gonna go take a peek real quick. I know we switched phalanx. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade that pretty much all the way since I can. And then we'll do... Where's the Maddock? Did we already upgrade that all the way, maybe? We'll do particle rifle. Blood Pack Punisher again. Executioner pistol. Maybe we upgraded it the whole way. I don't see it. Yeah, we did. Okay. Nice. All right, so let me take a look. Who else do we run with pretty often that uses any of these weapons? We could do Claymore again for when we run with James. All right.
The Crucible Project received some new tech from the Asari government.
I'm glad they've decided to help the war effort.
Everybody has to fight now, no matter how pretty you are. I learned that the hard way.
Oh my god, her neck. Train her. Here, we should stand over here when we look at her. Oh my god, that was so scary. I was looking at all the upgrades and then I looked over and she was like, her whole neck was turned backwards. Jeez. She must be taking those lessons from Garrus about reach. All right, so we're gonna head to the line stocks. I do want to...
Cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
No, thank you.
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
I always forget that they do that, and I try to talk over it. I do want to go see Samara first. Maybe not first, actually, but I would like to go try to find that one lady that we need to turn. It could possibly be the doctor. That we turn that pad in from the Ardat. So let's go see if that's her. And Jacob's already there, so we might as well go see him too. Why is he in the hospital? Did he explain why? I feel like I...
Sure of what you saw?
Yes, Sergeant.
Heard from your brother since then?
No, Sergeant.
All right, Talavi. I'll see if I can get you fighting Reapers instead of Cerberus.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. You won't thank me so much when you're eye-deep in husks.
So last time when we were listening in on this conversation, I didn't put 2 and 2 together about her wanting to fight Reapers instead of Cerberus. Because initially I was like, why the heck would she want to fight Reapers over Cerberus? I would take Cerberus. But her brother is now wearing the colors, so makes more sense now. Didn't click before until that conversation. I feel like sometimes I have short-term memory loss. I'm like Dory out here, just kind of floating along.
One moment, please.
But like I was saying, I don't know if Jacob mentioned in his letter why he was in the hospital.
At Huerta Memorial Hospital.
I feel like I've kind of grown to dislike Jacob even more in this one, even though he hasn't done anything to us. I did read the messages about how if I had a relationship with him, he still would have dated that girl, the doctor, in this game. And I am so glad that I was never thinking about doing a relationship with Jacob, because I would have been devastated. What a way to end a relationship. And then you just run into him and he's been dating somebody else. And then apparently Dr. Bryn is really mean to Shepard too, which is awful. So I feel like I just have even more of a dislike for him. Even though we never really were close to even dating him, it makes me sad for all the players that did actually do a relationship for him and then were blindsided like that. That's awful. What a terrible feeling. So yeah, I feel like it's in one ear, out the other with Jacob lately. Here he is.
Hey, Shepard. I'm glad to see you. I know things are crazy right now.
Exactly. So you have to take the moments when you can.
How are you?
So what's going on with you? You still like what you're doing?
Things are good. I'm good.
Still not tempted to come back to the Normandy?
Always tempted, Shepard. But no.
So, you working on the Crucible?
Don't get me wrong. I'm smart, but not that smart. Hackett keeps me busy, though.
How's he doing?
Holding up. If they make old guys any tougher than that, I'd like to see it.
How's Dr. Cole?
It was interesting to meet Bryn. How is she?
She's great, actually. It's good to see her work without the distraction of having to worry about the colony.
And you and her?
We're having a baby, Shepard.
Oh my god. Wow.
Congratulations.
Wasn't exactly planned, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be a better father than mine was. Do the whole thing right. It's,
One more thing to fight for.
You got that right. Bryn wants to name it after you.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Shepard.
That's nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk her out of it. No offense.
None taken.
Good.
Oh my god. So if I was dating him, that entire dialogue would have made me so mad. But it is sweet that they're having a baby together, and good for him, blah, blah, blah. But like, wow, I couldn't even imagine if I had decided to date him. Then add a baby on top of everything. Oh my goodness.
What's going on with the Crucible?
That project is crazy. Freaking huge. And all these brilliant minds are working night and day trying to figure it out. I wish you could see them. Heads down, piecing it together, it's something to see. We'll get this crucible built, Shepard. And then, we'll win this thing. I feel it. Do you feel it?
Yeah, sure. I feel it. And I'm counting on you and everyone there. Get it done.
Believe it.
All right.
I'm glad we had time to talk.
Me too. Gotta take the moments when you can. So true. And Shepard, thanks again for getting my people out alive.
Take care, Jacob.
You too, Shepard. I'm thinking about you out there. Stay safe.
It was kind of sweet. I like his gung-ho-ness about the Reaper War. That was a nice added sentiment. Because everyone else that we run into lately is just so in distress and not doing well. Oh yeah, that's right. We need to go see the doctor. I think this doctor is actually the schematic. So I'm wondering if I have to find the Asari somehow. Like maybe they're not going to be on my map.
I overheard what you said. I found this at a Cerberus station. A poison tailored to Turians.
Let me see. Yes, I think this is it. With these schematics, we should be able to come up with an antidote. Thank you. The General might pull through because of this. Yes, General Corellius should make a full recovery. He's already awake and responsive.
Wow, that was very fast. Okay, so it was just a turn in. Okay, so I'm gonna head to the Citadel embassies now and go touch base with Samara.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please.
Maybe they could be in the docking area because that is where all of the refugees are. So we can go there and try to look for the journal. Asari. Here's Samara.
I hoped you'd come. I won't remain here much longer.
What are you doing on the Citadel, Samara?
I suppose I came to say goodbye. Falere is safe, and Rila is at rest. I felt the need to speak to you before heading to battle. I want you to know there is no one else I'd rather see leading us in our last hours.
Yeah, it's been an honor working with Samara. I feel like sometimes in ME2, and even in the last bit of that mission, in the last mission that we did with her, I pull a lot of strength from Samara. She's such a strong woman. She's strong mentally. She's definitely strong physically. And I just feel like I feel that, and it makes me want to be stronger too. And I appreciate her for that. I have always looked up to Samara because of what she has done and what she's been through. She's just an amazing woman.
We'll make the galaxy proud. The largest fleet in history is already on our side.
It is impressive. Most would have deemed such an alliance impossible. But Shepard, be sure to assess your force's strengths and weaknesses before setting out.
Yeah, what about Fellery? Are you gonna go be with her?
Will Falere be all right in the monastery? Or what's left of it?
We spoke for some time. It won't be easy. But if there is a way to survive, Falere will find it. It was good to see her again. Perhaps it's unseemly for a Justicar to dwell so much on her family.
Just glad you still have one, yeah.
I'm just happy things worked out.
I was fortunate that Falere saw things so clearly. And it would have turned out quite differently without your intervention.
Yeah, no kidding.
Thank you.
What are the other Justicars doing for the war?
Most have made it home. They will attempt to hold Thessia. With the odds we face, it's possible our order will no longer exist after this war.
Wow.
There's that few of you?
Our numbers were never great.
We must prepare to sacrifice ourselves, if that is what's required.
Why?
Was being a Justicar worth it if that's how it all ends?
The Justicars were formed to bring order to a world that laughs at the notion. The role is solitary. Its demands are lonely and uncompromising, often to the point of pain. But following the code left me with no regrets. Take that for what you will.
That's crazy. I mean, I understand it. Justicars have always been so mysterious, and I don't think anyone really understands their ways or the code or anything unless you actually are a Justicar. They have a different way of thinking, and you can tell in the way that they conversate with other people and react to the environment around them. But I don't understand why they would end it all after the Reapers are gone. I mean, there's still going to be bad in the world. There's still going to be evil and Ardak Yakshi and everything else. So I guess I'm a little bit confused on why she thinks that it will be the end of everything for the Justicars. It's just strange.
You know, I never asked you if your code has anything useful on fighting Reapers.
Treat them as any other enemy. Show no quarter, mercy, or weakness. The only difference is the scale of our foe. The code is too strict to account for such small discrepancies.
What do you think?
Is that how you see it too?
You yourself killed a Reaper on the Citadel, and then another on Tuchanka. I can only follow such bravery.
Those are really meaningful words coming from Samara.
Good luck out there, Samara.
You as well. I don't know if you believe in such things, but Goddess go with you, Shepard. We'll both be tested in fire soon enough.
While the Alliance takes
Okay.
Turian troops have been bolstered by Krogan support on Paladin.
I have excellent news. Your daughter's paperwork has been processed.
Let's go.
You said it was impossible. How did you pull it off?
Well, I talked to a few friends, called in a few favors, maybe even stayed up a few nights.
Aww.
I wasn't sure I could pull it off, but everything's in order, and your daughter leaves for Thessia tomorrow. A caretaker will travel with her to ensure she reaches her relatives back on the homeworld.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Why don't you go spend the time you have left with her? I'll take care of the rest.
That was so sweet. All right, I'm gonna go touch base with Commander Bailey just for a split second. I'm also gonna check the Spectre board to make sure we haven't missed any mission items to turn in here.
Hey, Shepard. I have to admit, the place feels safer with you here. Everyone's walking around in a daze, or in my case, limping. And I wonder if we'll ever be the same.
My goodness.
These are dark days for all of us.
All right, nothing new.
You got your work cut out for you.
You and me both, Shepard.
It's like that one guy or person that you work with. Doesn't have to be a guy, but it's that one person that you like go into their office and you pop in and you say, hey, how's it going? And they say the same thing every time. Oh, my back, you know, my sciatica's flaring up on the left side. And then like you're like, okay, well, get back to work. It's like that every time we go in there and he says the same thing. Walking around, limping. It's just funny. Transfer authorization, Private Talavi. Private Talavi has requested a transfer to a unit actively engaging against Reaper hostiles. A note from Sergeant Alem says Private Talavi is an exceptional engineer, recommending her for duty on a team set to sabotage Reaper processing centers. So we could fast track that request. I know it sounds crazy because I don't want this poor Talavi lady to run into her brother, but I also don't think that she's gonna make it out there with the Reapers. We were overhearing some conversations in the beginning, and there was just some conversations going on that made me think that maybe I don't know, I just don't think that I should transfer her. I'm scared because I'm scared I'm gonna get a message that says that she got killed by her brother or something like that. But Cerberus troops, you can't even see their helmets anyways, and they all look the same. And she's an engineer. She shouldn't be out there, you know, fighting on the front line anyways. She should be doing engineer stuff for Cerberus. And I just don't want to see her get ripped apart by Reapers. I think that will be worse than potentially running into her brother. So I'm not going to authorize that. I'm sorry, but I think that she should stay where she is now. All right, so we didn't miss anything extra. So let's take a look at the map and see who else is here. Jacob is still in the patient lounge area. I'm guessing he's there because they're having a baby. That makes sense now. Edie and Joker are still in the lower bar chatting. Miranda is in the apartments at the Presidium Commons. I guess we should go see what she's doing there. Yeah, let's go see why Miranda's in the apartment. We didn't get like a message from her or anything. Yeah, we haven't gotten like anything from Miranda, so I'm not sure why she's here. Not over here. Maybe over this way? Yeah, there's a door here. Blasto 6 Partners in Crime.
Damn it, Blasto! I told you to bring in those Forja alive for questioning.
This one didn't have anything to ask them.
You blew up half a level of Zakera Ward.
It was an aesthetically displeasing habitat anyway.
You don't get it, Kashi clan. Ever since they found Ezo on the Forja homeworld, the Council's been trying to make nice. Bottom line, you can't touch the Forja. They've got diplomatic immunity.
What the heck?
This one will not attempt diplomacy.
You're also getting a new partner.
Oh my.
Are you engaging in reproductive behavior with this one?
Unless you want your Spectre status revoked, you're working in a joint operation with Boobin from CSEC.
An Elcor. You know this one works alone.
Look, I've had to talk them down from suspending you. I've gotten a pulmonary ulcer from dealing with this mess. I can't even eat solid food.
Oh no.
You would benefit from shedding excess body mass, Chief.
Oh my god. What is this? Blasto 6? You know if it's number 6, it's gotta be the corniest movie you've ever seen. They made 6 of those things? I kind of want to go see it.
I got your message, Miranda. Is this about your
Hilarious.
sister?
Shepard, I need access to Alliance resources. I can't say any more. You'll just have to trust me.
So apparently we did get a message from her, but I did not see it yet. And we checked our messages before we dropped off here, so I'm not sure what's going on, but it got buggy, I guess. That stinks. I really want to know the situation. I'm guessing from how we came in here, Shepard got a message from Miranda about her sister and she needs help.
I don't like secrets, Miranda. Just tell me what's going on.
I can't, Shepard. If that's a problem, I'll go.
Don't. Trust is a little hard to come by right now.
Of course.
Yeah, I trust Miranda. I think out of anybody, I trust Miranda.
You'll have your access, Miranda, but I don't like the sound of this.
I know, and thank you. It means a lot.
That's not the only thing you wanted to talk about, is it?
No. I need to tell you something. Confess, really. It's been eating away at me.
Confess.
When I headed the Lazarus Project to rebuild you, I wanted to implant a control chip in you as a safeguard.
I know.
I think you mentioned this.
I did. There's more to it. The elusive man stopped me.
Stopped?
Sounds like it would have saved him a lot of trouble.
Maybe. He didn't want to interfere with who you truly were. Something that just obeyed orders. He wanted Commander Shepard. Installing the chip might have ruined you.
You were cautious. I'm not a slave. I kind of want to say I'm not a slave, but I don't want to be rude to Miranda. She's changed a lot since we've known her. When we first met her, she was Cerberus through and through. She would have, bled their colors. But right now, I think she's a changed woman. And she started changing in the middle of Mass Effect 2. She started to kind of pull away, and we even had a pretty big heart-to-heart in her office one day about how she's kind of with Cerberus just because they were a shelter from her father. And she doesn't agree with everything that Cerberus does or stands for. So I'm not going to say that to her, even though I kind of want to. I don't want Shepard to come off as rude. I'm not sure what the delivery would be on that. The fact that it ends in a period means that it's probably not great. So I'm just going to kind of reassure her here. I'm not really sure why she's confessing this again, though.
I understand why you wanted to. I was a complete unknown.
I've never had to deal with that many black boxes on a project. I felt blind.
Why bring that up now?
I fought against my father and his need to run every aspect of my life. He wanted total control over me, right down to my bloody DNA. After I got out of there, I couldn't stand by and let it happen to my sister. I risked my life to get her away from all that. Yet I didn't give a second thought to destroying your free will when I had the power.
This is what's been bothering you?
Yes.
Miranda, I lost 2 years of my life. You gave me back the rest of it. You could have changed me in 1,000 different ways. But you didn't. I don't know how, but you brought me back.
Thanks. But with so much being uncertain, I just wanted you to know I always regretted wanting that chip.
It's actually really sweet that that's been growing on her consciousness. I feel like sometimes, and I could be wrong in this, or I could just be this way, I don't know. But sometimes it's human nature to be conflicting. Sometimes it takes one sentence to change your mind about something that you have been so adamant about. And things change in life all the time. People change all the time. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. If I would meet 10 years ago me, I wouldn't know who I'm looking at. It was really sweet that Miranda wanted to tell us this and that it's been weighing so heavily on her, but yeah, it's okay now.
You can't keep beating yourself up over the past.
No.
I usually don't. But this was important.
Some things you just don't have control over.
Guess my fancy genetics can't help me there.
No, they can't.
Okay. I hate to say it, but I should get moving. Thanks for understanding, Shepard.
Of course. And Miranda, this thing you have to do. Good luck.
Don't worry, Shepard. I always have a plan.
That was actually really sweet. I was expecting that to go a different way. I thought she was going to be like, well, I actually did it. And then, like, we're going to get all of the information that we need through you. I don't know. It was just very intense for a second. I got a little scared, but it was sweet. That was, yeah, you can't harp on the past like that. There are things that I still feel sad about, that I've made decisions about, or the way that I've handled situations, or the way that things turned out in life, but you can't harp on the past. It's not healthy for anybody. And I've talked about it a lot, but my parents were both very toxic, and my mom went through a lot, and she is someone that harps on the past, for sure. She still harps on the past so much that it's almost changed in her mind. She believes things that aren't true anymore. And I think it's her way of maybe justifying bad things that she has done or ways that she has handled things. But I know that and I've seen it happen to my own mother, that if you harp on the past, only bad things are going to come for you. And you have to let it go. You can't live like that. It's not healthy or good for anyone to live in that kind of mental turmoil for that long of a period of time. It will eat away at your soul. And so it was kind of sweet that I think Miranda's way of dealing with that was by talking to us and telling us what was actually going on with her. And I'm sure now she feels much lighter, like a weight has been lifted off of her shoulders. But you have to forgive yourself too. Even if you have done something and you can't talk to that person directly, or things have already been set in stone, you can still forgive yourself. I forgive my childhood self all the time. I forgive my teenage self all the time. And it's a healthy thing to do. You can't just keep getting on yourself for things that you can't change. You'll lose yourself.
Greetings, Bourbon. This one understands that you are the second best law enforcement agent on the Citadel.
Badassfully funny. I heard the same thing about you.
Just avoid interfering with this one's projected maneuvering path.
Badassfully. Hold it, Spectre. We do this by the book.
You may carry the book, while this one opens another excretion vent on the Fortune Ambassador.
Oh my god, the badass fully.
Stupid jellyfish. I'm just 3 solar days from retirement.
Obtain a firm grip on your reproductive anatomy. The Fortune Ambassador's vehicle just turned down that skyway.
Badass boy, what the hell are you doing? This is my mate's car. We just paid it off.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The badass fully on like literally everything. What is over here? I didn't even know that you could click on these movie posters. Oh, okay. You can't click on that one. Casa. Like the gun store. Okay, so Liara is down here. I'm gonna go peek in with her real quick and see if there's anything that we can advance any further. She'll probably just say hi to us or something. Oops, sorry.
Hello, Shepard. Nice to see you. I missed this place.
Okay, so the same prompts. I think that's another reason why I lashed out last episode. We have been to the Citadel so many times, and every time Edie and Joker have new conversations, Garrus has new conversation, James has new conversation, and Liara is just like, hey, good to see you, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just so, like, monotone every single time. And for someone that we are in an intimate relationship with, it makes me really sad.
One moment, please.
It makes me super sad that she doesn't have more to say.
Now arriving at Docking Bay E-24. Emergency civilian housing.
All right, I am gonna walk around a little and see if I can find who to turn in this notepad to, but I'm not sure if I've seen a Sari down here.
Why go after Cerberus?
Started with them trying to hire me back after we hit the collectors. Cerberus paid me enough after the Omega-4 relay. Retired is what I should have done. But it's tough to settle down, knowing the Reapers are on their way.
I'm guessing that's why he got all those old gun parts to get Jesse back online.
Why go after Cerberus?
Started with them trying to hire me back after
All
we
right.
hit the collectors. Cerberus paid me enough after the Omega-4 relay. Retired is what I should have done. But it's tough to settle down, knowing the Reapers are on
Oh, there's so many Asari here. Okay, so there are Asari here.
Are you kidding me?
I guess I never really noticed.
I know. You don't have to say anything. But I'm about to make my comeback.
Yeah.
You just gonna Stand there and watch?
Okay, we'll leave him alone.
Yeah, I'll take that.
All right, so let me go back up to the commons and just see if there was an Asari up there that I could turn this into.
Spectre status recognized.
Maybe I might have to come back at another time. Or maybe she could be at Purgatory too. Possibly. It's not her, is it?
So what were you able to pull from the inscriptions? Really? Excellent. I knew they'd find something.
Yeah, it wasn't her. All right, let's go check down here because I didn't really look around this area. Also, I saw a bunch of messages about this cafe, and I should have looked before we did the last priority mission on the Citadel, and apparently Liara's father was here. And it was the same bartender from Mass Effect 2 when we ran into Conrad. And I'm really sad that I missed it because I wanted that conversation and I can't believe that I didn't see it in time. I'm so sorry. I normally go around and like do a sweep of everything and maybe I just like very quickly get glanced over. I probably looked at like this main guy and was like, nope, there's nothing over here. And I'm kicking myself for it now. Oh my goodness, this guy is not okay. It's her.
Is Tasha Poray. Of course. P-O-R-A-E. No, I realize you can't tell me where she was deployed. Can you inform me if she's under orders not to communicate with her family? It's been a while since I heard from her. Uh-huh. But I would be contacted if she were injured, correct? Yes, I'm listed as her bond mate. Yes, I can hold. Her name is Tasha Poray.
Weshra, I have an audio log for you.
For me? Where did this come? Oh no. Oh, Tasha. Thank you for bringing this back. At least I know what happened.
It's always hard giving loved ones that message. All right, so I think I'm going to...
I've got your briefing, Private. Let's fill you in before the squad arrives. The Alliance is posting us to an Ezo mining facility on Zani. It's a low-gravity planet, toxic atmosphere. You'll be expected to maintain full survival gear. Any questions?
Are we playing security, Sergeant Ullenby?
No, Private. We are not.
Okay, so it like restarted that conversation too. But I'm just gonna get back on the Normandy, see if that message popped over from Miranda.
Commander?
Or maybe it just got really bugged out. Yeah, I never got a message from her. That's so weird. We can actually see ourselves in the mirror in this one. We couldn't see ourselves in the mirror in Mass Effect 2. I can't believe I haven't realized that yet. This is something that I always check in games, like if I can see myself in the mirror or not. 10 out of 10 game. All right, everyone, that's it for today. It was a very up and down day. I feel like we had a lot of laughs. We had a lot of cries. I was pretty much sucking it in through that last bit of the mission down with the art at Yakshi. I'm still unsure how I feel about the ending of it. I want to be happy that Samara is potentially going to be able to be with her daughter, but she also had some very concerning words about the Justicars today at the Citadel. And I didn't know this about the Justicars until she almost tried to take her life, and then talking about it again at the Citadel. When you're done being a Justicar, you have to commit suicide? I'm not really 100% sure if this is a misinterpretation on my part or if it's some part of the lore that I missed or is new. I just don't really understand why you can't be a part of the code and you have to end your life. I know that the code is very strict. It's very cryptic, and I don't think that anyone has ever really read the code. It's just kind of something that comes to the Asari once they make their transformation into a Justicar. But I think it's very bleak. It's very sad. It doesn't really make sense why they would have to do that, especially if the Justicars in general are just ending. if there's no more Justicars, why couldn't they just not have the code anymore? Or why couldn't they all just agree to stop being Justicars? Another point is that why wouldn't the world need Justicars after the Reapers are taken care of? There will still be crime. There will still be the Blue Suns and all of those people, all those mercenaries that just want to cause harm and do bad things in the universe. And I'm not really sure why or the justification behind the Justicars ending, besides that their numbers are dwindling. But why couldn't Samara just spend the rest of her days living with her daughter and as a Justicar? Technically, she would be upholding her code by ensuring the safety of her daughter by staying in the monastery. So I'm not sure if it was an oversight on my part or if I'm just misinterpreting something that Samara had said. Like I said in the very beginning, I will go back and rewatch like I always do. I am really glad that we went to go do the Ardat Yakshi mission today. It did not turn out how I expected it to in the least. It was emotional. It definitely got me a few times there, and it mainly probably has to do with my love for Samara, but also the fact that I'm a mom too. And I've put myself in Samara's shoes before in Mass Effect 2, and it's not a fun place to be. She's someone that I admire because even though she's been handed such a hard life, she's done nothing but try to be stronger for it, which is admirable. It's very, very admirable. So I think next time we're finally going to embark on Aria's DLC. Aria wanted to have a meeting with us of some sort. I don't know what it pertains to. I don't really remember why. And in the journal, it doesn't say anything about... Yeah, it just says a private meeting at Dock 42. And it's been so long since we have gotten this quest line that even if she did mention it to me, which I think Trainer might have, or it might have come in an email, I don't remember what it pertains to. So this will be very blind. I don't even know what is going on. I'm just gonna meet her at the dock and go from there, which I'm kind of excited about because I have enjoyed Aria since I met her in ME2, and I'm looking forward to getting to know her a little bit more. I feel like there was some slight dialogue with the Krogan that she had and all of the errands that she had us run back on Omega in ME2, but we didn't really ever get to sit down and get to know her. So I'm wondering if we'll finally get the chance here, or maybe she's just sending us off on another task. I don't know, but I am excited to see on the next episode. So thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everyone.